Do you guys remember in the Bible where the devil takes Jesus up to this mountain, I believe, this really high place, and he shows Jesus all the kingdoms of the world? And he basically tells Jesus, if you will bow down and serve me, then I will give you all these kingdoms and the glory thereof. And of course, Jesus, knowing who butters the bread of everybody in the world, God, he tells the devil, okay, uh, you're supposed to serve God and God alone. Okay, well, here a while back, about a couple of days ago, I was thinking about a friend of mine told me about how he was saying something about gold bars and how people stockpile this stuff and things like that and how they're really worth a lot and such. And then I got to thinking about gold and emeralds and jewels and jewelry and all this stuff in heaven as well that God has. And then I got to thinking about all these people who are literally doing all these good works, trying to buy their way into heaven. And then all of a sudden I had a brainstorm, much like I did in the last video when I told you this picture blew my mind. If God has all this gold, pearls, jewels, emeralds in heaven, then how by any means could we ever buy our way into heaven? God's got everything he needs. What could we offer him for him to trade to our souls? I mean, if he's got tons and tons and tons of gold in heaven, pearls, diamonds, jewelries, all these valuable things, then what do we have possibly to offer him for us to get into heaven? I mean, it can be kind of silly for us to drag all of our diamonds and gold watches and stuff and drag a big sack into heaven and say, Jesus, here's all my valuables. Now, could I get into heaven? He'd probably tell you, you really need to try supply and demand, buddy, because I got piles of this stuff right in here. What else do you got for me? Let me put it to you this in another way. Let's just say, for example, I'm an entrepreneur, a millionaire. I've got billions of money, maybe more than Donald Trump and some other people who have a lot of money. And let's just say that I donate millions or maybe hundreds of thousands, maybe $1 million to the Heart Society, the Cancer Society. I do all kinds of charity works. I give to the poor, the needy. I have breakfast with the hobos outside and the homeless veterans, perhaps. I donate to the soup kitchens and I flip burgers and stuff for them and feed the homeless. I donate to breast cancer places and millions of dollars there as well. I give money to the military and support their ways and their training. Maybe I give to the police and I give them money so they can do better training exercises and such. Maybe I donate millions to the LGBTQ community so that people can, so that the Lord can shine His love on those people and try to redirect their decisions in life by giving them soaps and feminine products and all kinds of other things, food and water and medicine and such. Maybe I go and I invest in a big pile of water to take it to some of these places, like these Ethiopia places or wherever that they have water shortages and such, and feed the hungry over here in these other foreign countries and all. And maybe I take billions of dollars and I send it to other organizations and charities so that they can figure out what to do with it and make a place better life. But what am I doing at the end of the day? That's the question. At the end of the day, am I behind closed doors, committing adultery, raping women, taking all my daily frustrations and anger on prostitutes and hookers and such, and strippers? Oh yeah, and putting 20 bills in the panties and the thongs of strippers, of course, too? Am I at my house watching pornos? Perhaps I may have murdered somebody and paid a bunch of people off because, oh, I'm a millionaire and I paid a bunch of people off to keep quiet, perhaps? Perhaps I go home to my wife and I beat her because she don't make me feel like a man. Maybe I beat and cuss out my children too because they aggravate me and irritate me. Oh, but I'm a good person just because I give money to charity and other people. Now, does all that make me a good person just because I give to charity? Just because I give and buy and give food and water to other countries because they're poor and destitute and can't do it for themselves? No, it does not. You cannot buy your way into heaven. And I think the reason why is because there's a scripture in the Bible that plainly says that man cannot be saved by his works, lest any man boast. Now, what does that mean? No man can be saved by his works alone, lest any man boast? Well, what is boasting? Boasting is telling somebody that you've done a great work and that you deserve to go be somewhere great because of it. Well, technically, anybody could do that. Horrible people, nasty people, or good people. So that kind of narrows it down. No, instead, we have to have our souls right with God, not right with the bank. So as you can see, it doesn't matter how much money we donate, how much we give to charity, how much we make people get a grin on their face just because they've seen a $20 bill. Because anybody can do that. But what is their soul? Because I tell you right now, guys, I could walk into any church. I can put, well, it would probably be $1 bill right now because I don't have much money. But I could put $1 bill in the church, wait till after service, and then get up and say, hey, look what I did. I put $1 in there. I think the best example of this, though, would be that woman who put 2 cents, I believe it was, in the church bowl, while everybody else was putting gold, jewelry, and watches, possibly, and other treasures. And Jesus stopped and said, hold up, did you see that? And they said, see what? And he said, that woman, she just put everything she had in that little pan. Yeah, those other people did too, Jesus. No, they put what they wanted to in that pan. They had tons more at their house. That little lady, she put in everything she had. She had faith that she was going to get back return. Which I would like to also add to that. Give to be giving. Don't give to get. But I've heard so many people say that before. Oh, I do good works. I'll go to heaven. I'm a good person because I do good works. You cannot buy your way into heaven, people.